name is Anne Catherine, and here I call myself Anna, the Swahili version. And I'm from Denmark, and born and raised, and I've been a volunteer here at the School of Hope. I was that for a year ago now. I was a volunteer here. And now I'm a love missionary. And I'm working to spread the really valuable information we can get from our hearts.
Okay, Mr.
Yes, my name is Juma Khatib, but her nickname is Coco from Zanzibar. I'm the founder of the school project, Zanzibar School of Hope. As long as what you know, Zanzibar School of Hope, we have about 5 schools we deal with: Kilombero, Pagali, Umbuji, Tumbatu, and Nungwi. So our main occupation, we try to impart the children who come from poor families to impart knowledge, especially in English medium projects. So I'm here to support the project of Learning with Care, because as long as our government of Zanzibar and Tanzania together, they used to speak with teachers all over the country to stop using stick instead to using counseling. So Anna, she's the one from Denmark. She used to be volunteer in our school 2 years ago with us, and she realized that still a teacher, they are using some stick as long as a behavior. So this time she come to advise us to try our best to thinking about this, to speak with our moyo, heart, because everything you can quit it from heart.
Yes.
If your heart decided to quit, so you will quit things. So I'm ready to be with her to support this project.
We would like to know why you people decide to establish Learning with Care. Is there any reason why you want to establish this? We would like to know why.
Yeah. So Learn with Care had its first initial start when I was a volunteer here at the school. One of my first days here, I was in class supporting a teacher. And then I witnessed that a teacher, he was beating the children for making mistakes in class. Back then, I stepped down from being a teacher and I cried. My muyo, it's kind of like a lightning went through my muyo. And that's where this project started.
Okay, and I think we'd like also to know why you came with the name Learn with Care. This name, we'd like to know this name, Learn with Care. Why did you decide to call the name like this?
Yes.
We'd like to know why Learn with Care, not other name.
Yes, because the essence in what we're doing here is care, and it's from our hearts that we do our best here to change a behavior which is in so many generations, not only teachers but in families and all over Africa. And it's just only a few years ago it was in Denmark in people. So taking care of people here, taking care first of all for ourselves and then for others, is an essential part here in what we're doing in the path to stop beating and to establish a learning environment that is both safe and caring for the children.
Yes. Do you think this project can be successful in changing behavior of the teachers and the students?
We already saw a change really early state. First of all, when we had the first meetings, there was a lot of resistance towards this project, and I understand why. One part of it, it seems like a miracle that we should change something that has been going on for years. Like this behavior has been it's so inherited in what we do. It happens on autopilot. So to change something like that seems unrealistic. It's almost a miracle it takes. So in the beginning there was a lot of resistance towards this, partly of that reason and for some other reasons, and I understand deeply why. And then we had a meeting just recently with all the teachers. And then one of the teachers raised her hand and she said, "I want to stop beating." And I was just so touched. Yeah. Like there's a tremendous change here. Already we have a tremendous change in the intention and in the want and desire to change this behavior and create Learn with Care. I already see that change in the teachers. It's very beautiful to witness.
So you mean to say you have already started to see the fruits of
Yes, already. And we just started.
Okay. What about your son, Mister? Have you already seen the change
Actually, what I can say is, beginning it was difficult to me as well. To changing habit or behavior, it takes some time. But if you speak with your moyo, meaning heart, everything possible. Example, I can say again, during the Ramadan, in your fridge you have everything to eat at home. But you stop eating and waiting sunset. Why? Because you speak with your moyo, you decide to stop doing the eating during the day. So I think from the moyo, everything could be possible. That's why. I see now. Beginning was difficult. Even teacher, the first day we made meeting with them, then we say, how could we stop using stick in the class? Could be possible? Because I was child, I was beaten by my father. Same time, I was beaten with my teacher. And me, myself, I was like to fighting with other boys because it's the behavior what we grow up. But since we start to using counseling and starting to using some equipment, like we have a teddy bear here, we have a teddy bear, so counseling, so we start to see the light, that green light, might be possible. And this, it's going to be at large, not only Zanzibar School of Hope, but what we intend to further school, then to go to the community. If we success in the communities, the end of the story, we can realize there is not, it could be rare to see someone fighting each other in the street, in the home, in their lifetime, everything. So that's why we say everything possible if it comes from the heart.
Yeah, so around like a year ago, something like that, I was in a breathwork facilitator training in Denmark. That was also the choice of my moyo. I didn't understand why until I got here on this project. Because what the essence of using our breath is to create safety. And that is what we need here. We need safety, we need to connect with our moyo, and that path goes through our breath. So if we connect to our breath, we can reach our hearts and we can change the behavior. This is not something that happens overnight. This is something that creates practice every single day. So the exercise that I encouraged to, and I had in facilitator training with one teacher to start with, was to exercise both. Part of that is authenticity, part of that is connecting with the breath to create safety, to create pole, to calm down. Because if we're too stressful, if we're too stressed, we cannot reach moyo. If we're too haraka all the time, we cannot reach moyo. So I know that because I lived a life where I was just haraka. And in a lot of places all over the world, we get stressed, we get exhausted. And from there, it's hard to feel moyo. So what the practice is first and foremost is to create pole. It is to slow down, because that's the beginning of creating care. So we can listen in to what our moyo tells us, to listen in and to stop. So to stop what we did before and change the path going forward. And that requires a tremendous hard work. But it's possible because I'm walking that path myself. So I'm sharing from that path to the teachers to go that path with me.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, a part of changing behavior and care, is there anything else that the students and the teachers will be benefit for this project?
Yes, so I started also doing some of the exercises in Denmark, and the reason for that was that my little brother, he's a teacher in Denmark, and when I showed him the material from here about the nervous system, about the energy, about students, and the material and insights that go into this project, he said, this is not only relevant in Africa, it's also relevant for the kids at my school. And then I started practicing with the schools there because it also serves the purpose of concentration. There is a tremendous challenge all over the world right now with concentration. We're all looking at the mobile phone, we're all challenged by social media and all other things that comes in our mind. So we have an empowerment with these tools to stop and prioritize how I'm gonna live my life. What am I going to do from this step forward? And the tools are also very, very good for that. It's also a way for when we connect to our hearts, we connect to what is deeper, to our, whoever that is, Allah or another God, it doesn't matter. It connects deeper with our purpose in life, with our path in life. So it's also for the student to, what choice do I make? What do I do when I grow up? That question, the answer to that question you can get from within. And also to a lot of other difficult things in life. Who is my impensi? Who am I with in my life? Who will I marry one day? All of the big questions. What do I choose to do now? Do I go this way or this way? the answer is inside.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, coming to you, Mr.
Yeah.
How did you take this matter at the first time when Miss Anna came to you and asked you about this project? I would like to do something like learning with care. How did you take this as the first time?
Yes, actually, as long as what I thought, it was difficult, but then from day to day, Annie spoke to us, convinced us to stop beating, stop using stick. We realized that his heart always does not like to be hurt. This heart, Moyo, does not like to be hurt. Heart need love. Heart is need love. And other things what we realize, people, they are very hurried. Haraka haraka. They don't have time to listen their Moyo. But Moyo like pole pole, Moyo like love. So if a children happen, maybe quarrel in the class, make you confused sometimes. So you use action to beat. This bring a scare to the children. And children, when he scare you, he cannot understanding you when you teach. Every time he thought about, once he mistake, you beat. So since we stop this using stick in our school, we try to see now we are quite close to the children. We are going to be friendly during the studying, and once happen children mistaking, but we take her or he to the class and try to come to counseling and using this material what we have. So we are now becoming friendly, and now I start to realize this project, it might be very, very important to our school, to another school, to society at large, even in the world.
Yeah, so that's why this project now is also going online. So when I'm flying back to Denmark on Monday, my ambition is that this project goes online so it can reach out to not only here in Africa, but all over the world.
This is our goals, and we started it in this Zanzibar School of Hope. Also, we have already spoken to Kibele, we've spoken to Umbuji, we've spoken to Pagali, I've spoken to Kongoroni, and every teacher first, they say, do you think Skoko could be? But once I explain this from the heart, you can stop eating during the Ramadan. So they understanding me very easy and say, okay, everything possible from the Moyo. It can take time as long as what Anne says. Could not be for overnight or one night. But finally, this might be at large, from schools, at large to the community, spreading to the world, what we hope. And the big fruit, what we're going to have, once we success to spread it around the continent or the world, I think we won't hear any more war.
Yeah, so the first thing that is important, that there is an intention. So if you don't want to do this at all, there is no chance. If you don't believe, if you don't believe in God, there is no chance that you will follow the rules of Allah. So it's the same here. There has to be a certain amount of belief that in this, an intention that I want to do that. And part of that journey is to connect with Moyo. Because we have to experience this in our body. It's not something that I can say, okay, then we did that and that. The most convincing argument is that you feel the change in here. You feel that change in yourself, and it starts with the teachers. The teachers are the channel. They are the most important for this change here. So first and foremost, to be able to change an intention from them is a big step for this project, because it starts with them. They are so crucial for this to succeed.
Beginning is difficult, but if you say with your heart, everything possible. So we start in our school, Zanzibar School of Hope, then we step to another school, we step to the community, we step to the whole Zanzibar. So instead of using counseling, I was beaten. So we try to remind community, stop using stick. Not only school, at large we are going to the street at home as well.
So another benefit here is also increased consciousness. And what does that mean? It means that I get more conscious about my other existing behavior that is there, that is no longer serving me. So it has other purpose than just stop beating. That's one thing I want to say. Another thing is, the more we grow Moyo, the more we can share. So the more that a child has of Moyo, the more that child can give to other children, to other family relatives, to other people around that child, and the same for teachers. So the more you grow, the more you can grow and be shared in the world.
To those teachers that doesn't have any heart to their student, what do you have anything to tell them? Those teachers, we need to hear what from you. There are some teachers maybe they'll be watching, you know, and they would like to hear somewhat from you. They don't have the heart, you know, they are just like, they're strictly role to the student, you know, they beat them all the time, they even say there's strictly words to them. What do you have to tell them?
Yeah, so I actually got that question, like, it's already working, why should we change? And the answer for that is because that when we are threatening someone or we are beating someone, we are in the part of the nervous system where we are threatened. And when we are scared and threatened, it's not a good place to learn from. We need to be safe. That's the main point. We need to feel safe, because if I don't feel safe, I don't dare to raise my hand and speak up. Yeah. That can be one of the risks, at least. That I don't dare to speak up. I don't dare to say how I really feel. I don't dare to speak from my heart, because I don't feel safe. Yes. So the first thing here is to create safety, is to be pole, to be calm. That's the first.
Yes, as long as I say again that is might be difficult by saying, but by using our heart really, and believe that what you are going to start with, might be very, very nice, and we are going to create a classroom to be safe place for our kid to study, because we remove fear from them and make it friendly between teacher and student. So this is time for all teachers around the Zanzibar. I try to convince them, right time to create the classroom is a safe place for children to study, instead of to keep them scared and fear.